Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy KAIO and I'm back again this time to give you another Hunter x Hunter video, and in today's video I am going to be discussing my boy Chrollo and if he will survive to the end of Hunter x Hunter or if he'll just survive to the end of this arc. I'm feeling more towards the he'll survive past this arc and probably mainly towards near the end. He could potentially die at the end of Hunter x Hunter, or he may be a lucky one and survive just the entire thing and just goes off to do his own thing with the Phantom Troupe. And bringing up the Phantom Troupe, I'm only going to be bringing them up a little bit because this video is mainly prioritising Chrollo here. So with a separate video that I'm going to do on the Phantom Troupe, that's where they're going to be prioritised, and I'll be talking about all the Phantom Troupe members. I will bring up Chrollo, of course, because he is the main guy, but it'll pretty much be just very short and sweet because with this video, you're mainly going to know everything anyway, and I'm pretty much just going to sort of reference what I've said in this video in that one. I do believe he is actually going to survive this arc. I think he is going to live till the end. And my reasons for this is because Chrollo's just got that sort of thing about him. I think it's mainly where he's really, really smart. We know that. And where he's a specialist Nen user, he's very good at basically, getting those abilities. And I feel like he might get some sort of ability, or he'll know what to do, and he'll just be able to just use those Nen abilities until that person dies. But the big thing that I've noticed, and I've done a lot of research on this because I wanted to see within the Hunter x Hunter community, has he lost these abilities or has he kept them? Because there is the Nen after death thing, and he has got one ability or a couple of abilities that I believe where someone did die, but he's still able to use that ability. But with Shalnark and Kotobi, a lot of people are wondering if he could still use those, because currently where we are in the manga right now, Shalnark and Kotobi are dead, but we haven't seen him have a fight yet because where Togashi obviously is on his hiatuses, we're not really seeing exactly what's going on. We haven't really seen Chrollo as much. We've seen him on the boat and discussing what he wants to do at the table with the rest of the Phantom Troupe members. He wants to fight Hisoka and make sure he's dead this time, but does he have these abilities of Shalnark and Kotobi? I've looked at the comments and some people have said no, they don't think he does. Some people are saying that he does have the abilities, but it's just something we're going to have to wait and find out and see, because usually when someone does die, unless their Nen is that powerful, you usually lose those abilities. But we don't know the full extent of Chrollo's power. We know obviously he's got the two, he's got the sun and he's got the moon, and he's pretty much got a lot of abilities. I feel like he's that powerful that he's not going to be easy to take down, and even with the likes of Tserriednich and all the rest of the princes being on there, I feel like Chrollo is going to take this opportunity to either look at Tserriednich or whoever else it may be and be able to try and steal those abilities. Of course, his main focus is Hisoka, just like the rest of the Phantom Troupe, but he has specifically said he wants to be the one to kill Hisoka. So I'm wondering if this is his biggest opportunity to look at the likes of Tserriednich, who, as we know, he's got the ability to see what's going to happen. So if you guys want to sort of like dumb it down, or I can dumb it down for you, it kind of reminds me of in One Piece where you have the Haki, so like the precog, so you see exactly what's going to happen and then it happens. But in this case with Hunter x Hunter, it's like a bit of a fake out. So with Tserriednich, he can see what's going to happen, and he pretty much saw what was going to happen, and he managed to survive. Because if you remember when he got shot and it looked like he was dead, he was actually alive. And then when you read the chapter afterwards, you sort of see it from his perspective on what actually happened. So it goes to show that Tserriednich has an ability which could be very, very useful to Chrollo. Tserriednich, basically, he's one of the quickest Nen users that's happened. Like, very quickly, he's learnt how to use it compared to the likes of Gon and Kilo. Of course, they learnt it quick with Wing, but Tserriednich seems to be a special case. Do I think he'll be as strong as Meruem? I don't know. That's a really tough call because we didn't really get to see how strong Meruem actually was. We knew he was powerful, but because he's now dead, we can't really compare until we actually see Tserriednich actually learn what he needs to do and fight. But taking this back onto Chrollo's perspective, if he goes around and because he knows what Hisoka's capable of, even though during their first fight he kind of really had the upper hand, like for the majority of the fight, because of the abilities that he was able to use. But Hisoka is very smart as well, very crafty, and he pretty much knew what he was going to do if things went tits up, which it pretty much did, but Hisoka's back. But now that Chrollo wants to make sure that Hisoka does die, if he goes on to take this opportunity and looks at all the different princes, mainly Tserriednich, I feel like Tserriednich is going to be the one, but I feel like even though a couple of the princes are already dead, what if, because we haven't seen Chrollo yet, could he potentially have taken those abilities, but we haven't seen it yet. But then, I don't know, I feel like Tserriednich is going to be the one, and I feel like that ability will help him out. Because think about it this way, the whole topic of this video is talking about if Chrollo will survive till the end. If he manages to actually steal the ability from Tserriednich of being able to see his own death and play it out like, well, that's Chrollo's body, pretty much if he goes against Hisoka, because Hisoka knows what he's going to be capable of, he's not going to take Chrollo for granted, he's going to want to analyse him, which he did during the first fight. They both pretty much analysed each other to see what they can do, and because Hisoka is slowly taking out the Phantom Troupe members, he's going to want to take the rest of them out, and I feel like Chrollo is not scared, but he is scared because he knows that he could potentially lose more abilities and he's not going to want that. So I feel like as time goes on, which is why I'm going to bring in the Phantom Troupe here, some of the members will get bumped off. I feel like Phaeton, Finks and all that will stay alive. I feel like the smaller ones, so I don't know, Pluto may stay alive. I forgot the girl with the glasses. Oh my god, but you know the one I'm on about, the one with the hoover that can suck up all like the blood and all evidence really. She could possibly die. It all really just depends. I feel like Hisoka is going to take out the majority of them, but Chrollo is obviously going to want to bring in more people. He's going to want to take in more abilities, and by that, that's why I feel like Chrollo has much more to offer in the story of Hunter x Hunter than the majority of other characters. Because although there has been the thing where I brought up in my other video, which if you guys haven't checked out yet, I'll leave the link up on a card or in the description so you can check out my top 10 of like my favourite character in Hunter x Hunter, Kurapika. There has been rumours where because he's on the ship, the Phantom Troupe members are on the ship, if they fight, could this be Kurapika's last stand? Phantom Troupe die by his hands, maybe Kurapika and Hisoka actually team up and take out the Phantom Troupe. And if, this is where I've come up with this sort of like theory thing with Tserriednich, if Chrollo's able to steal, if he's able to steal this like ability, could he then make Kurapika think that he's dead? Kurapika dies, but before Kurapika actually dies, Chrollo then comes back to life. But then that's just going to cause Hisoka and Chrollo to have their sort of second round or third round, if you want to call it that. That's if it goes that way. But I feel like where Hisoka's such a fan favourite, I don't see him dying for a long time. And I feel like it's Chrollo and Hisoka that are going to be the ones that are going to have like this continuous like battle. Maybe behind the scenes we might see some bits that have actually happened, or maybe something else may happen. So it really just all depends on the way that Togashi is going to end this. But then I feel like Kurapika may get past the ship. I feel like he may just make it out of this arc because his main goal is to kill the Phantom Troupe, but Togashi could change that and Chrollo could just soar on, and maybe he will just be able to adapt and steal more abilities. And I feel like having Tserriednich's ability will basically give him an advantage for the future of Hunter x Hunter, unless there is a character that comes in, or maybe even Kurapika. So by having this advantage, I feel like Chrollo will, unless someone else comes in or another Nen user who can do the same thing comes in, so like Kurapika maybe in the future, we could have this big showdown. Like, this could be the big battle, like, towards the end of Hunter x Hunter or something like that. You have Kurapika versus Chrollo, and Kurapika can do the same thing. Because out of the four of them, out of Gon, Killua, Leorio, and Kurapika, I feel like Kurapika is the one that's sort of progressing quicker than the others. Of course, Gon is able to do what he can do, but he has no Nen at the moment. He still pretty much needs to get it back. Killua, on the other hand, we don't know what's going on with him, but I feel like he will become one of the top, like, Nen users, like, in the whole of Hunter x Hunter, like, one of the strongest. But I feel like Kurapika is that person that's progressing a lot quicker. He seems that sort of type of character that will just pick things up a lot quicker. So they could have a big battle at the end. But what if it happens then? So say, for instance, right, just throwing it out there, the majority of the Phantom Troupe die at Kurapika and Hisoka's hands. Chrollo, Phaeton and Finks, just those three, make it out, they get away, or there is some big battle, but they still manage to just scrape it out alive and get away. So then it comes down to this big battle. What if then, between Kurapika and Chrollo, that it happens, but Chrollo manages to still find a way of getting past, and then that's when it happens that Kurapika dies and Chrollo actually lives and then goes on. It's a very interesting topic to talk about Chrollo. I feel like just looking at him, I've been rewatching loads of scenes and I've been rereading the fight between Chrollo and Hisoka. Chrollo's just got this thing about him. He feels like one of those characters that if you look at any other series, he's one of those characters that's just going to go on. Whether you guys have a different opinion or you see it differently, you know, please let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Chrollo, I don't think it's the right time for him to die yet. I feel like we've got so much more Chrollo content to come from from Togashi. I feel like he's got a lot of surprises in store. I don't see him joining the rest of the group, like teaming up with Gon. He may do a team up, but I don't actually see him joining the main group. It's not Chrollo style, and Kurapika just wouldn't have that. So yeah, I don't see them actually joining forces. There might be a team up with the whole Tserriednich thing. Maybe Hisoka and Chrollo and Kurapika may put their differences aside, because Tserriednich to me seems like he's going to be a very, very powerful foe, and I think he might be too powerful for Kurapika to handle. So I feel like it's good that you have someone like Kurapika, Chrollo, Hisoka, and whoever else to come on and do their thing. But then saying that, because it's mainly to do with the princes right now, if the princes do get wiped out apart from Tserriednich, then when this ship docks and they get off, that's when everything could go sour, or things may build up and we could go on from there. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff I think to come within Hunter x Hunter. Chrollo, I feel like if he is going to die at the end, I think he will go out on a bang. When I mean bang, I don't mean literally a bang. I feel like he'll go out in a kick-ass way, and I think it might be sad as well. I'll probably cry, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna let you guys know that now, because yeah, he's like my second favourite character out the whole of the entire series. Overall guys, yes, I do feel that Chrollo is going to steal more abilities, hence him being a specialist. I feel like he will live past the Dark Continent Succession War arc. I feel like he's got a lot more to achieve. I feel like he's got a lot more of his story. I think it's too early for him still to die yet. Even if he is, I don't want him to die. I feel like he will be one of the survivors. I think that's just in Chrollo's nature. Kind of like a Daryl Dixon. Even though I don't watch Walking Dead anymore, it's kind of got that Daryl Dixon type vibe where everyone will be like, oh yeah, he's going to survive till the end. But that's just me. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you liked anything I had to say and you enjoyed this Hunter x Hunter video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think Chrollo will survive, or do you think he's going to die? Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button, as there will be a lot more Hunter x Hunter content coming. I did promise you guys that there would be a lot more, and here's the next one, and we've got another one coming with the Phantom Troupe, which will be next. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post, because I think YouTube's messing up right now. So yeah, make sure to like this video and hit the notification bell and just share it around, because I don't know, I feel like people are just seeing videos way too late. It's happened to a couple of YouTube buddies of mine, so do that. And so guys, I will see you for the next video. Until then, see ya.